On the news at 7, financial expert examines impact of hoarding of currencies to the economy. House of Representatives tasked FCTA to commence issuance of certificate of occupancy. And FCT Minister advises foreign missions to leverage on arable lands in the territory. Good evening and welcome to NTA Channel 5 Abuja News at 7. I am Nguse PV. President Bola Tinubu has approved the appointment of Dr. Abdul Mukhtar to serve as the National Coordinator of the Presidential Unlocking Healthcare Value Chain initiative, which is domiciled under the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare. The strategic approval seeks to unlock billions of dollars of new investment into the nation's healthcare delivery system through a time-bound and cross-ministerial collaboration to restructure the ecosystem of health product manufacturing, health logistics services, health technology services, health retail services, e-commerce, health provider facilitation, and health payer reform, third-party administrators, and insurers in order to achieve the following: measuring the increase in the domestic manufacturing of generic pharmaceutical vaccines, biologics, and devices, reduction of outbound medical tourism by enhancing service quality in Nigeria while catalyzing alternative health ecosystems in the country, measuring increase in quality of jobs across the value chain through enhanced FDI and local capital mobilization. The President expects that the national coordinator of this new cross-ministerial initiative will bring to bear his vast experience and academic qualifications in the effective execution of his essential national assignment, such that the massive economic boom represented by Nigeria's healthcare delivery system can move from potential and theory into reality and practice in accordance with the renewed hope agenda of his administration. In coming days, the federal government has promised speculators a financial strict regime. This was made known by Vice President Senator Kashim Shettima at the launch of a book, Cowries to Cashless, where financial experts say hoarding the dollar and importation are reasons affecting the economy negatively. Aisha Ubali was there for NTA News.
It was at a launch of a book, From Cowries to Cashless, which began on a light note and evident that cowries exist, as Jawarawa dancers displayed the long-forgotten commodity currency known as cowries. Unveiling the book Cowries to Cashless, speakers say we cannot know our tomorrow if we are not conversant and knowledgeable about our history.
Before we started with goods, exchange of goods, all right? And then this is where we are right now in the technological age, and loads of innovation. So that's what we formed our title, Cowries, then to Cashless.
A weak currency is not something to brag about, and you have to be strategic if you want to position your exports properly.
Chairman of the occasion, Munzali Dantata, as well as other guests, speak on the need for government policies to monitor speculations closely, increase digital literacy, as well as need for Africa to champion single currency.
Continue demanding dollar or holding dollar, whether they are buying anything, they are importing anything or not, but they think they want to hold it. They do not realize that they are sabotaging their own nation's economy.
More banking services that we will need banks. That is to the extent that technology has infused itself into the financial system.
Nigeria to take a place among committee of nations, starting with West Africa, championing a single currency for West Africa transaction.
While analyzing whether Nigeria can have a free flow of Naira, Dr. Paul Alaje said government should adopt the strategy of strengthening the Naira, an economy which involves medium and long-term plans. In Abuja, Aisha Ubali, NTA News.
Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has advised foreign missions in the country to leverage on the vast arable land in the nation's capital to establish agricultural industries and vocational training centers for the benefits of residents. The minister gave this advice when he received in audience the Irish ambassador to Nigeria, Peter Ryan, who paid him courtesy visit in Abuja. This report will come in our subsequent news bulletin. The House of Representatives has passed a resolution calling on the Federal Capital Territory Administration to commence issuance of certificate of occupancy to property owners in mass housing estates in the territory. Following a motion sponsored by Representative Soli Sada, the House describes as worrisome a situation where property owners in mass housing estates have no certificate of occupancy. The lawmakers argued that issuing one common certificate of occupancy in the name of an estate.
Following a motion sponsored by Representative Solisada, the House describes as worrisome a situation where property owners in mass housing estates have no certificate of occupancy. Lawmakers argued that issuing one common certificate of occupancy in the name of an estate to property owners negates the principles of tenant-owner protection.
Also observes the prospective tenant or buyer or buyers of such properties within such estates may end up in potential disputes or liability issues in the absence of certificate of occupancy. Further observes that a certificate of occupancy is essential for landowners as it establishes the legitimacy and compliance of the property, verifies its safety and habitability, aids in securing insurance and financing, enhances property value and marketability, and provides protection for both the landlords and tenants.
The House mandated its Committee on Federal Capital Territory to liaise with the Federal Capital Territory Administration to resolve all issues surrounding the lack of issuance of certificates of occupancy to property owners within mass housing estates and report back within 6 weeks for further legislative action. News.
To have a first-hand, on-the-spot assessment of healthcare delivery in hospitals, the House of Representatives Committee on Health Institutions has embarked on an oversight visit of tertiary health institutions in Abuja. Hakimat Ali reports that Federal Medical Center Jabi was the first port of call for the committee, led by the chairman, Amos Gomina Magaji.
Federal Medical Center Jabi was the first port of call for the committee, led by the chairman, Amos Gomina Magaji. Medical Director of the hospital, Professor Saad Ahmed, receiving the team, gave an overview of the current status of the hospital, which was established 10 years ago. He highlighted areas of challenges and wide range of services provided at the facility. This was followed with a quick tour of the facility, and after the tour, the team expressed satisfaction with their observations.
There's never been a time we came here there were nothing to really look into and to appreciate.
The visit continued to the National Hospital. The National Hospital Abuja were reviewed.
For the past couple of months, we have worked seriously to ensure that leakages have been blocked. Hopefully, in the next couple of months, into the next budget, we hope that we should be able to utilize virtually our account department. So far, the electronic medical records, 95 to 98% have already been covered.
Concluding the exercise, Chairman of the committee reiterated commitment to repositioning the hospitals to reverse medical tourism and make healthcare affordable and accessible to all. In Abuja, Hakimat Aliu, NTA News.
People are still counting their losses from the fire incident that occurred Monday evening at Samsung Electronics Mall, Wuse 2. Although the causes of the fire was not ascertained, many assume it to be electrical fault. Ramatu Abdullahi visited the scene and reports that no life was lost.
The fire outbreak started at about 7:30 in the evening, consuming all the electronics items there, although the investigation is still ongoing to know the cause.